Hello, Pisces. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another reading that hopefully will help you with whatever you're dealing with, okay? Y'all like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe, okay? If you have any hypes that you want to share with your girl, definitely do that. If it's resonating, comment. If you want to book a personal, the link is below to my website so that you can see my services. And, don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong, okay? Whew. Deep breath. So let's see, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration. Father, Mother, God for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know? Most importantly, at this time, when it comes to what they're dealing with or experiencing at this time. Okay. Yeah, this was reversed. Okay. So we have chameleon, the chameleon. You have the ability to mold and reinvent yourself to whatever the situation dictates. That will give you a huge advantage. Okay? Transform, transmute, be a chameleon. All right. Blend in when you need to blend in so you can see what you need to see. Sometimes, people call that being fake, but I call that, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm looking for a word. It's not really being fake. It's clever, but that's not the word. Hold on. Adaptable? I don't know. But it's something about clever adaptability, right? Because there are certain situations where you have to peep game. You got to see what's going on. You got to, scope out the scene and figure out who and what you're dealing with. And there's nothing wrong with that. So all of these ideas that you have in your mind that people have tried to implant within you to turn against your own gifts, that's what's being reprogrammed, okay? You know how sometimes if somebody knits or crochets, I don't know if any of you have ever knitted or crocheted, but I've crocheted and I actually made a pretty nice scarf. Anyway, if you knit or you crochet, there is a string that you can pull. Like if you pause your project or you haven't completed your project and you pull one of those strings, it will literally unravel the whole project. It will unravel all of the yarn that you've used to basically crochet up until that point or knit up until that point. So there's also a game. There's this stupid little game that you can play where you put the spools of yarn on the little board and whatever colors come up, that's the color that you have to correlate with the spool of yarn so that it will unravel and then you complete the board. So I feel that I don't remember exactly 2 seconds ago why I said that, but it's an energy that I'm feeling where spirit wants you to kind of do your recognizance, which means gather information, scope out the scene, peep game, figure out who and what you're dealing with, because you need to know what's going on around you. I think the reason I said the whole yarn thing was because there's been a lot of people in your life, more than likely, who have attempted to create this tapestry of illusion to blind you. And people more than likely, don't bring anything into your life that doesn't belong. But you may have dealt with a lot of people who wove these webs of deception in your mind to make you think that your gifts are something that you shouldn't cherish or value. And they try to use words like, oh, you're being fake, when really you're being clever. You're being clever when it comes to adapting to your situation. And you had more of an ability to survive or thrive because of those gifts. And people may have seen that as a threat, or they may have seen it as something that could possibly expose them for whatever it is that they're doing. And instead of seeing the value in your gifts and like working as a team with you, the feeling of them being threatened caused them to want to weave these webs of lies and illusions within your mind to make you think that these qualities are negative, right? But you see the seer card right next to it. It says, you know the truth about your situation. Believe in your psychic powers and follow your hunches as it leads you forward. So your ability to blend in, your ability to be inconspicuous in situations to where people don't pick up the fact that you are observing them is something of a quality that you should cherish, because it's allowing you to see what you're dealing with and who you're dealing with, and whether or not there may be some things that you need to pay attention to a little bit more closely. Now, the drama queen came out in reverse. Okay, there's something that you don't quite see yet that I feel like Spirit is trying to show you when it comes to a situation that you're dealing with. You need to know right now that you can't expose what you know or who it is that you are necessarily in the way that is very blunt. You have to find a clever way to still honor yourself, right? And when I say those things, I don't want you to think that you have to be quiet or not speak up when you feel like you need to speak up. What I'm saying is that you're very smart, be clever, okay? You know how people from the UK or British people or people from England, like if you watch Downton Abbey or you watch The Crown, right? Any of these shows that the English people have, like with these little quips and these little like very sassy responses, and they're kind of bantering back and forth, but whatever the main topic of what they're saying is, it's shrouded under this like quid pro quo type of situation where they say one thing and it's like a metaphor, and then the person who they're talking to says another metaphor, and they tiptoe around what they're actually saying. But if you pay attention, you know what they're saying. And it's very polite conversation, but it can be very sharp and witty. Kind of how on the soap operas back, I think it was Dynasty or something like that, how like back in the day, the women would be very like waspy and, and it wasn't like they were outwardly saying curse words and like, tearing each other down, insulting each other, but they were insulting each other in a classy way. And I'm not saying anyone is insulting you. What I'm saying is that's the type of mentality that I feel Spirit wants you to have when it comes to conversations, to where it's like people can't really say concretely what you're saying, but they know what you're saying. You get what I mean? Because at the time that it's appropriate, you will be notified by your spirit team of when you can come out and just say something plainly and bluntly, okay? But the drama queen was reversed. It says things aren't as bad as they seem. Careful not to overreact to situations while emotions are running high. I feel that your intuition is telling you that you're not overreacting because it came out in reverse. If people are trying to make you feel like you're being dramatic or you're overthinking something or you're reading too much into a situation, you're not. You know exactly what's going on underneath the surface. You just may not have proof, and you may not be able to pinpoint or put your finger on exactly what it is, but you feel something. And you're not overreacting. I don't think you're taking something too seriously. I feel like there's a valid concern that you have, or there's a valid reason why you feel you need to be on alert, or there's a valid reason why you feel you need to be observant. And Spirit is trying to confirm that to you by letting you know that you know the truth about the situation. So don't doubt your intuition. This could even be something within you that has become a cycle, or it's become very repetitive with your thought process, because you may have had a lot of people who tried to sweep things under the rug or create illusions to confuse you about what was really going on, but you could feel what was going on. And in the past, they tried to make you think you were overreacting, but you actually were right on point. And those voices, those minds, those confusing projections could be causing you to doubt yourself, or creating this shroud of doubt within you to make you say, well, I don't want to overreact, because you know how we are. It's like we try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt until we can't. And then when we really don't want to see the truth, we lie to ourselves. And we talked about that recently. So I think some of you guys are in a situation where you're not lying to yourself, but you're collecting data and you're collecting evidence, doing your reconnaissance and investigating a situation to confirm your intuition. Okay? But you're not tripping about something. There's something that you know is going on. There's something that sorry guys. You know how I am about symmetry. You know how I am about symmetry. These cards got to be as lined up as they possibly can. But there's something that you know is going on behind the scenes that I think in your own mind, you don't want to overreact. And I think that's an admirable quality. But I also feel like Spirit is wanting to confirm to you through this reading that there's a there, okay? The saint, prevail upon your good nature, because the light of your good intentions and good deeds will shine through. Yeah. Do the right thing. You're doing that. Then we have the sage. Your ability to think and act using knowledge, experience, common sense, and insight will be the key to your success. It's like you can become whoever you want in a situation. You can show up and act and move and be whoever you want, however you want. Ooh, my Werthers. I forgot they were right there. Well, we'll leave them there anyway. But you can be whatever you need to be in a situation to accomplish your goal. And I feel like you guys go into situations with good intentions. Spirit is saying that you have a good nature. Your light shines really brightly. You want to do good for others. You want for people to have what they need. And I think that you smell something fishy going on, child. I feel like you smell something fishy going on. Let's see. Let's get another oracle. Y'all be sure to like the video, okay? Please, please, please. Let's keep the flow of energy going, okay? Let's see, Spirit. What else does Pisces need to know when it comes to their situation? Creativity. Yeah. You are being creative. Ooh, not black magic, child. Every time I see these really deep, dramatic cards, I'd be like, woo, clutching my pearl. Black magic, creativity, and relocation. Okay. So yeah, someone is definitely doing something dark with the black magic card. And I feel like your light magic, which is your good nature, your good intentions, and your good deeds, is kind of counteracting someone's dark magic. And you're doing it in a very creative way. Kind of like behind the scenes, you know? It's kind of like if someone is getting ready to poison another person, you see them putting the poison in the drink and setting the drink down on the table for the person to pick up. And then when they walk away, you switch the cup. You get what I'm saying? It's like you're energetically doing that type of stuff. That's the metaphor for how you're kind of moving through situations. I feel like you avoided someone's negativity or someone's negative intentions by doing something positive. And I don't know what exactly this is because relocation is here, but you could have found a creative way to avoid someone by relocating or moving. It's like you're 3 steps ahead, really. I was going to say 2, but it feels like you're even more than that. What else for Pisces? Health concern. Interesting. New love. Health concern. Birthday. Okay, so new love with this flower, with this rose. It could be new love, but I'm getting more of a blossoming type of energy, a blooming. That's the word, blooming. So developing, blooming, blossoming. Something is progressing. So someone could have a health issue that's progressing here, and the concern is growing stronger. This could be someone's age, like because their birthday is coming up, they could be getting a checkup, yearly checkup. If this is anything that's going on with you, I feel like if you feel that they're, well, first of all, y'all know that I have to protect myself legally. The disclaimer is below. I'm not a doctor, lawyer, or psychologist, and I'm not assuming to be one. And I don't want you to assume that I'm one. So if you have any type of medical, legal, or professional psychological concerns, please contact the appropriate professional. And the disclaimer is below. What I will say, though, is that if you feel that there's something kind of hidden that you don't know about with your health, please go get that checked out. Okay? You could also be sensing that there's someone here that is going through a health crisis, or someone's health is changing because of their age changing, and you can sense that someone is slowing down. For some of you guys, I feel like you had someone around you who was trying to surround you in negative energy, and maybe you moved, and now that you moved, you don't feel the energy as strongly, and you may sense that this person is slowing down because they're getting older and they don't have as much heat behind whatever they're doing. Like, they don't have as much steam or smoke or heat because we saw that fire. It's like whatever they have been sending to you when it comes to negativity, you can tell like they're getting older and that energy is changing because you don't feel it as strongly. Kind of like someone's power dwindling down because they're getting older, or they may have some type of health concern. And you may not talk to this person. You may not even know where this person is. But because you can feel kind of like I don't want to say attack, but because you can feel less conflict or chaos in the way that you usually have with this person, you know that there could be something going on, okay? What else does Pisces need to know? Bad health. What? Community? Mature man. 39, 31, 5, 12, 3, 4. This mature man, somebody's going through some type of health condition. I don't know what this is, but we have community and mature man. So there could be an older man who relies or depends on their community to help take care of them. You could be someone in the community who cares for the elderly. One more card. Distant horizons. So there's a man who's older, he's more mature, more seasoned, that is living in your community close to you. There's something about an attachment here, or a lack of ability to move. Someone is like codependent. They can't move because in the upright, you see the anchor here and it's broken, which means the ship can take off. But in reverse, it's like someone is grounded, or Someone can't travel. Someone can't really move around. They can't drive anymore. They're very codependent, especially with the bad health card. It's like they're bedridden, or it may not be that they're literally bedridden, but it could be that someone is very codependent because of a health issue. Like if someone was crippled or debilitated in some way, that they depend on the community or people around them to take care of them. Despair. I almost said desolation. Child. Despair and coffin. This person may also not be able to find a job. They're kind of just waiting to die. What is going on, child? I feel like it's this person's birthday coming up, and they just kind of feel there's this energy of this person feeling very depressed. It feels like this older man is feeling depressed. Like no one will hire them because they have health conditions. They can't really work. They're kind of codependent on their community, their family, people around them. It's like their spirit is kind of broken because they feel like the things that they wanted to do in life, they can't really do. I don't know if you met this person, if you love this person, if you know this person, if this is someone coming into your life. I don't know your situation or circumstances or how this correlates to you. Something is more serious than what someone is trying to make it out to be. What I feel like this is there's a person around you, however you know them, however they're connected to you, and it's like they're trying not to, I don't know, maybe they're trying not to be a burden to you, or they're trying not to come off as if they are as codependent as they are. But I feel like you can sense that something is worse than what it actually looks like, or you can sense that was wrong. You can sense that someone is not telling you the full story about how bad something is. You can sense that something may be worse than what this person is letting on. They may be trying to minimize the seriousness of a health condition or a concern, but you know that it may be more serious than what they're telling you, okay? Yeah. Okay. Eight of Swords. Okay, so right now, I feel like you're either waiting on a message, confirmation, notification to come through, or you're examining some type of information, some type of physical symptoms. Maybe you're a nurse. This could be your job. Some of you guys are nurses and you work with the elderly, your CNAs, medical assistants. You work maybe in the medical field. Okay. You recently in the recent past, you may have done some type of research or exploration about someone's condition, trying to get more information either about your condition or about someone else's. And you may be asking for a second opinion, or you asked for a second opinion. And I feel like someone is coming back with that second opinion, either for you or for someone you're responsible for caring for. But I feel like you're worried about what the answer will be or what the results will be. You could be a little concerned, but I don't think you're overreacting, but I feel like you're trying not to overreact. Yeah. Nine of Swords. You know something is going to be worked out, but it's like you kind of don't know what to do in a situation. And I feel like you're hoping or desiring for a solution to come about or to show itself. You're scared of what could happen. You're worried about what could happen to you or what could happen to someone else because you don't know what's going on. You don't know why something is happening. What's the Ace of Wands? Four of Wands. Yeah, it's like you're motivated to figure something out. Let me see. Some of you may be very tired or struggling to get out of bed, or this is someone else. It's like someone is bedridden or someone is very tired. Two of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. I feel like there's a person here who wants to do more than what they feel physically capable of doing. I feel like you've decided to put your mind to something and figure something out, to work on it, to focus on it. This could be your job. What's the Four of Wands? Two of Wands. Okay. Something is getting your attention. Something is getting your attention. And I feel like it's like you've made a decision to accomplish a goal. There's something that you want to reach. Like there's a goal you want to reach and you're very determined to reach it. But there's also like this issue that's coming up or this conflict that you're having to resolve before you can fully devote your energy to focusing on whatever this is. I also feel like you want to make progress with the goal that you're trying to accomplish. But it's like maybe you're worried about whether or not you'll be able to do it. Three of Wands, more wands. This could be Aries energy really strongly with the 2, 3, and the Four of Wands. Strong Aries energy. It's like you're trying to look into the future or project into the future to see what's going to happen. You could be waiting for a decision to be made or waiting for a sign or waiting for a message to come in, information. But it's like, or you're waiting until you feel more motivated. But I don't know if this is you necessarily because it's a lot of fire energy. It's like you expect for things to go a certain way now that you've made a particular decision. Or someone is expecting for things to go a certain way because they made a decision. And it's like they can see into the future or project into the future what it's going to take to accomplish this goal, the work that needs to be done. Like I know in order to do this, I have to do this, 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 and that. But something about the past is possibly creating a conflict, a memory. This could be someone in your life who you feel like you're responsible for or that you need to protect. I feel like some of you are expecting for a decision to be made or you're expecting to make a decision that keeps you safe. If someone else is making the decision, you expect or would hope that they would keep you safe or protect you. or you're hoping that whatever choice you make will protect you from harm or conflict in this situation. And in the past, you made a decision similar to this and you were able to have that outcome. Some of you are just feeling tired and you're deciding to like stay home, take a day off. This could be a family member who you help with. This could be someone who you work with. There's something about work. There's something about like progress that you want to make in a situation. But I feel like there's this like underlying confusion or conflict that's going on that you are attempting to resolve. What's the Knight of Wands? Y'all like the video. 8 of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles. King of Swords. Like someone is at work and they feel sick and they leave work. They have to tell their boss they have to leave work. Or there's a lack of work. No one is hiring. I feel like there could be some type of job that is coming in or an opportunity coming in that you don't see right now. You're not going to give up though. You're not going to give up on searching for something or because the 8 to the 10. What's the 8 of Pentacles with this Knight of Wands? 6 of Wands. King of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles. It's like you're holding out, waiting for an opportunity to be given to you. Or you're waiting for something to come in. What is this? I feel like because in the recent past, someone was holding back or being very stingy with you. It feels like that King of Pentacles, possibly King of Swords if they're the same person. But someone was being very stingy with you. They were very comfortable in their position. And they didn't want to lose their position because they had success or they had... I don't know. It looks like this is a successful job or a successful career. Someone was being elevated, promoted, like things were going well. And they weren't trying to lose that. They were trying to hold on to that. But it feels like some type of opportunity was lost. Somebody may have lost a job. And now it's like they're worried and anxious about what's going to happen. What's the 3 of Pentacles? 8 of Wands. Queen of Wands. 6 of Swords. So yeah, somebody's getting some type of communication about a job. And I feel like it requires for someone to relocate. I don't know if this is your energy or someone else's energy, but someone is getting communication or a message confirming that they will need to relocate for a job. or someone is being recognized here for their work. Queen of Wands. There's a person here who's very determined to accomplish something. What's the Eight of Wands? Three of Swords reversed. It's like someone's happily moving on to an elevated position or being promoted to a higher position, being recognized for their work. Something is coming together and it's starting to move really quickly. I feel like you either see this happening, you're praying for this, you're asking for this, or you know that this is what's coming. Yeah, Ace of Cups and the Seven of Cups. Yeah, it's like, it's interesting because it kind of feels like someone is trying to set out on their own, or like go off on their own, become independent. It's like they're turning down an opportunity, or they're doing this because they lost an opportunity and they're just adapting. And it kind of feels like someone doesn't realize that a loss was actually a blessing to move someone forward or to progress someone's career. I feel like you're motivated, or someone is motivated to do something that's going to propel them forward. Queen of Cups, Four of Pentacles, Five of Swords. Yeah. The Queen of Cups energy is like putting this Five of Swords, Four of Pentacles energy behind her. So kind of like walking away from a situation that was very like difficult to deal with. King of Wands. The World. Queen of Wands. It's like you don't know that this is a blessing in disguise, or you don't know that there's going to be something better, but you're walking away anyway because you know that you deserve better, or that you desire better. Someone else could be doing this as well. Communicating positively, possibly networking or advertising your work, marketing yourself. What's the Page of Wands? What's the Page of Wands? Ooh, the Death card. Yeah, there's a situation that's changing here that I feel like you guys are very excited about. There's an exciting change that's happening. It's giving you hope. It's inspiring you. I feel like you guys are inspired to succeed, or you see from a higher perspective that a decision that's being made, or a decision that you've chosen to make, is going to elevate you or help you accomplish your goals. Yeah, there's the Lovers. It's like you're choosing to adapt and transform creatively, because it's like there's something that is trying to keep you attached, or something that's trying to attach to you that you know isn't going to be productive. That's what it kind of feels like. Sun card, High Priestess, Judgment. Either way, bitch. Three of Wands, Moon. I feel like you're secretly happy that a change has been made, or it's like when somebody gets fired, but they're actually happy they got fired because they didn't want to work there anyway. Or a situation that you expect to see more clearly in the future. Intuitively, you feel like something is going to work out, but right now you just don't have all the pieces to put together. I feel like you're waiting for a sign that things are changing, because you feel like things are changing and you're trying to see like what's going on. Some of you expect to receive a call, or you're waiting for a call. And you can sense that there's some type of good news coming in, but you don't know what to expect. Knight of Swords reversed. Yeah. You're being confident that something is going to work out. It's like because you know. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's like you're taking action. So just say, for example, you feel stuck in a position, or you feel trapped in a position, and you were afraid to leave that position. It's like now you're not afraid. You may have even taken a class at a community college or done something to further enhance your skills so that you can be prepared for an opportunity that you sense is coming towards you. And I feel like you're right, because the 10 of Pentacles is here and it's 8 of Pentacles right there. It's like, you know, it's like you explored, you investigated, you learned. And there could have even been this petrified fear that you were feeling about moving forward from something, but actually it was more so this petrified feeling coming from staying where you are, right? So if you're at a job where you know it's like a dead-end job, I don't really get that here, but it's kind of weird because I feel this. I'm not sure if this is work or if this is your health or someone else's health, but it kind of feels like there was this very dark, kind of bleak energy. There was something that was going on that you couldn't really like identify why it was going on, but you could feel that there was some type of conflict underneath the surface. This is probably the eclipse. Anyway, whatever was going on underneath the surface, you may have been trying to investigate it or figure out more about it or learn what was going on or do your research. Ask for a second opinion. Ask for the opinion of like maybe a professional. And now that you have that opinion and you have kind of like this plan or this strategy about how to move forward, you feel more confident about how the situation is going to turn out. So if this is your health, you may have gotten a second opinion from a different doctor, because I feel like there's this energy here where either someone wanted to keep you with them, they wanted to keep you working with them, they wanted to keep consultating you. They wanted to keep counseling you. They wanted to keep you dealing with them. They wanted to keep you working at this job, but they didn't want you to advance, or there wasn't any progression or progress being made. And you were motivated to make progress. So you took it upon yourself, even though you may have been petrified with fear to do so, to like get a second opinion or start to fix up your resume and put it out there and see what see what happens. You're just casting the net. Pretty much, and before, where you may have been scared that you missed your opportunity or that you wouldn't find something better, now it's like you feel that something is going to move forward or there's going to be progress, either because you went out there and maybe you got some good feedback, or you went out there and you got a second opinion and the news is positive. But it's like you're realizing that your intuition was correct, that something was going to heal, or that something was going to be fixed, or that progress would be made. Knight of Swords. Yeah, it's like now that someone was lying, or... Yeah, Nine of Swords. I don't know. Somebody may have been afraid of what you would say. They may have been worried about what you would say or what you would do if you found out what was going on for real. I feel like you didn't want to worry someone or stress someone out. This could be a situation where you told someone that you love that you may feel sick or that something may be wrong. And there's a solution now, but you feel guilty because you stressed them out by telling them. Or somebody may feel that way about you. There could be a Gemini here that's worried or anxious about something that's being said or something that you're talking about. It's like they think about it all the time because they know it's true. I don't know exactly what that is. But I definitely feel like you guys could sense that there was something going on that needed a second opinion, or there was something going on around you in this situation where it's like you needed to break free from what someone was saying so that you could find out the truth. It's like in Game of Thrones when Daenerys was in Dorne, or not Dorne, but Daenerys was in some city with all those people, and that big black man was like, I'm the richest man in whatever this place is, and I didn't just get rich for no reason. But he was a fraud because when they opened up the safe that he said all his wealth was in, it was empty. It's kind of like that. It feels kind of like a situation where you're picking up on something that's going on when it comes to a person not being truthful about like the claims that they're making or what they're saying or what's actually happening underneath the surface. And you're collecting information and data to see if you can solve the situation yourself, or to see if you can figure out how to fix the situation yourself, or how you can find out the truth. Because you don't trust what someone is saying. Like, you don't trust what your doctor is saying, so you go find a second opinion. You don't trust what your boss is saying, so you go look elsewhere. You don't trust what a personal relationship or someone you have a personal relationship with is saying, so it's like you try to find information because you're paying attention to the signs that you're picking up on more so intuitively. You could even feel like someone is not being treated honorably and you want to help them. I feel like there are new opportunities coming in, though. 3 of Cups, 5 of Swords. What's the 10 of Pentacles? The Devil. Fool. 7 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you freed yourself from some type of bondage or something. Yeah. Possessiveness. Codependency. Attachment. It's like you left and you're not coming back. Yeah. I don't know exactly what this is, but I feel like you left and you're not coming back. Even if you have to do something by yourself, even if you have to be on an island all by yourself, it's like you're looking back at where you came from and you're looking at all of the chains that would have to be reattached in order for you to fit in that place. This could be like a situation where you decided to start your own business. Maybe you had a really successful job or career and you wanted to travel, or you wanted to go and embark upon a new journey. And maybe you quit your job, or maybe you got fired, or maybe you were let go. You got out of the rat race somehow. And it feels like you have so much with this Judgment, High Priestess, Sun, Death card. That's major. That's 4 major arcanas clarifying this 1 page of wands, which to me shows that the signs that you've been seeing after making a decision to accomplish a goal on your own, or making a decision to overcome or face some type of adversity head on and still do it, even though it was scary, even though it was a tall order, it looked like a mountain in front of you, you still did it anyway. And I feel like all of these major arcanas just confirm that the signs that you were receiving, or the urge that you received from spirit to embark upon that journey, was the right choice. And I just feel like you're not going back. There's something you're not going back to. I feel like there's something that you may feel would stress you out or put you in a position where you'd be codependent on someone. It's like if you move out of your parents' house and you live on your own, and it becomes hard for you to pay your bills, but you know if you move back to your parents' house, there would be a lot of shit talking. There would be, people who betrayed you who you would have to sleep around. Like in the next room over, your cousin who don't really fuck with you or you don't fuck with them because they betrayed you, they lied to you, they said things about you that brought shame to you or brought you some type of feelings of ostracization, like you were the black sheep of the family, but you got to sleep in the room next to them because you got to move back in with your grandma or something like that. And you just don't, it's like you're just not going back because if you go back, this is what you'll have. It may look like you have the 10 of Pentacles, but this is what it'll be. This is what it'll feel like to you. And now that you've gotten a taste of freedom, it's like you don't want to go back. You're like, no, I'm not going back to that place. What's the devil in the 4 of Pentacles with this 10 of Pentacles? Empress. Yeah, it's like somebody being very wealthy but not being able to access their money. I don't know what this is. Or some type of finances being attached to something toxic. So like if you got out the rat race, you don't want to go back into corporate. If you got out your parents' house, you don't want to move back in because it's a toxic environment. If you healed from some type of illness that kind of was brought on by maybe some type of spiritual awakening that you went through. Like if you healed from some type of illness because you changed your scenery or you moved to a different city, it's like you're not going to go back to that city or go back to that same scenery because that's what was making you sick. It's something like that going on. It's like somebody's trying to tempt you with this 10 of Pentacles, but there's the devil behind it. 4 of Cups, King of Wands. It's like you're rejecting someone's offer. Like if someone were to ask you to marry them, but the marriage will come with a lot of codependency, toxic behavior, imbalanced energy, unfair dynamics, like you'd rather stay single or you'd rather not be married. Like, I don't know exactly what this is, but it's like that's the conundrum. Either stay free and have to deal with, spiritual attacks or conflicts, situations that you have to resolve on your own, or become codependent and attached, sign this contract, or become affiliated with this company and have to share your wealth with this person or have to deal with the devil. What's the energy around Pisces? All right. The World and the Chariot. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because you got out of a comfort zone, you ended a cycle. But it feels like this 10 of Pentacles is, with the devil and the 4 of Pentacles, is like somebody wanting you to get back into that cycle because the abundance that you received from being, freeing yourself, the abundance and the joy and the wealth and the beautiful energy that you felt like you received from freeing yourself doesn't look like the 10 of Pentacles. It may look like the 4 of Pentacles, but it feels like the Empress. And I don't think someone understands that. I think someone is trying to tell you things or say things to you that make you worried because it's kind of like, it's kind of like they don't see that there's beauty in your situation. It's like someone who's still attached to a certain belief system hasn't yet understood that the things that they feel are important are not what's important to you. I don't know how to explain it. I hope it makes sense to it will for y'all who is supposed to. Six of Swords, King of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely moving or relocating. This is some kind of travel that ends a cycle here, but it does put you in a position where you're kind of like on an island by yourself. Somebody could be coming towards you to end a situation, to abandon you, to leave you hanging. Seven of Wands. Yeah, like, or to cast you out. Ten of Swords. Yeah, Four of Cups. I feel like someone is either casting you out or abandoning you because they feel you rejected them, or they are doing something to betray you by casting you out or rejecting you. Because I can't tell which one is which. The energy around you is either someone who is stabbing you in the back or feels like you're stabbing them in the back. Someone could be disappointed that you left or moved on from a situation, or they could be attempting to make you feel rejected by kind of like leaving you hanging or deciding that they're going to go with someone else or moving on in a way and deciding to end a cycle, leaving you kind of like on your own. Like the way someone is coming at you, it's like you're disappointed in them, or because we saw the Three of Cups and the Five of Swords for just a moment. And then we saw the Five of Swords with the Four of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. It's like someone is being aggressive or very sharp with you. And they do it all the time. And I just feel like you guys would rather be alone than to deal with someone's like sharp tongue, or to deal with someone's insults, or to deal with someone trying to stab you in the back all the time, sabotage you. I think you thought that a person was going to actually do right by you this time, or that something was actually going to work out this time. But I think someone had ulterior motives. But the part about it, like, the part about it that I think you guys need to realize is that you were right all along in a situation. It's like you knew what was going on in the situation. You weren't exaggerating. You weren't tripping. You weren't overreacting. You knew what was going on all along in a situation. And even though, like, it's kind of like this rejection or whatever this is with this Four of Cups, Ten of Swords, Seven of Wands, it's kind of like somebody's actions, if they're acting like this or acting like this or acting like the Five of Swords or doing all this, it's like somebody's actions are propelling you more quickly towards what Spirit is trying to guide you to do. Even if it feels like you're on your own. It's like getting rejected or turned down for a job you didn't want. Or someone telling you they don't want to be in a relationship with you, but you didn't want them in the first place. Oh, look at me. I had almost knocked down. Y'all like the video, please. Come I'm over here knocking down the ring light, child. Yeah, it's like, I don't think you wanted this job anyway. It's like you already accomplished something several times over in whatever this is. And it's kind of like somebody's trying to make you feel jealous or trying to make you feel like you're missing out. Trying to make you feel like, oh, you can't come. You're not invited to this club. We don't want you in the club. And you like, bitch, I never wanted to be in your raggedy ass club. Nobody asked you to be in the club. You approached me to be in the club, and I said I would think about it. And then when I figured out what was going on behind the scenes that you were trying to make me think I was tripping about, then you got mad. That's kind of what it feels like. It feels like a group or a club or a coven or some type of clicked up situation where someone wanted you. There's a lot of like stress, devil, health concern, bad health, distant horizons in reverse, like killing dreams, killing creativity, something that makes you feel like you're slowly dying inside, that somebody wanted to make you think you wanted to be a part of, but you don't really want to be a part of, but they try to make you think you did because they wanted you to be a part of it. And when you were on board with it, they were cool, but it was like somebody accepting you into a group just to reject you and say you can't come. And it's like, you never asked to be there. They asked you to be there. So when they tell you to stop coming or that they don't want you to be there anymore, you're like, okay, I was just appeasing you. I was what's that word? Is it appeasing you, or I was humoring you? That's what it is. Like, you were humoring someone, accepting their date or accepting their invitation, or like you were humoring someone by giving them the fucking time of day. It was more like out of politeness. It comes from the royalty that's within you. It comes from that regal energy where you were somebody who was actually of a higher echelon or higher class. So you have class and home training, and you're very couth, and you know how to speak to people, and you know how to deal with social situations. So you're not just going to come flat out like the quips that I was talking about earlier that people from England do. It's like, you're not just going to come out and insult someone. You're going to go through the motions because you're humoring them due to the knowledge of having class. But it's like, bitch, you mistook my meaning. I only came because I was trying to be polite and not make you feel like shit about yourself. And I think that's why somebody is kind of like, I feel like that's why the energy around you was kind of confusing, because it's like, I feel like this is the person who feels you lied to them. This is the person who feels like you stabbed them in the back or betrayed them. So it's like they're doubling down on whatever insults. It's like, I didn't want you to come to my birthday anyway, Pisces. So anything else Pisces needs to know? Detective. Honeymooning in reverse. Yeah, the honeymoon is over. Brick wall. One more card. Spilling the beans. So, yeah, some truth has come out. Lost. Ghosted, cowardice, disappearing, act. Tiptoeing, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. It's like someone's trying to hold on to you with money or some type of resources or using a house, or I don't know what this is, but it's like, child, get the fuck out of here. Detective, snooping, digging for dirt, accusations. So some type of accusations are being proven false. If anyone is snooping, digging for dirt, being nosy, trying to figure something out, they're not finding anything, or they're finding the opposite of whatever they were told that they would find, or whatever they wanted to find. They're not finding it. So if someone wanted to find some type of dirt on you, or find a way to blackmail you, or find a way to accuse you of something, they don't have anything on you, because whatever they're accusing you of, or whatever someone is trying to make you out to be, that's not who you are. Okay, honeymooning, love on the brain, talking often, feeling all the feels. So yeah, the honeymoon phase is over. The illusion is dispelled. Brick wall, defense mechanism guarded, hard to reach. I feel like someone feels embarrassed. Someone said something embarrassing and now they think about it all the time. Or someone did something embarrassing. Like this is like someone accusing you in front of a group of people of being a liar. But then you pull up your phone and you have proof of whatever you said that immediately disproves their claim or their accusation, spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cat's out the bag, untrustworthy, right? It's like somebody's doubling down. Brick wall, 7 of Wands. Someone's doubling down on moving forward with some type of action, even though they are already discovered to be a fraud or discovered to be a liar or whatever's going on. Somebody's just going to ghost you because they're not able to complete whatever they were trying to do to, I feel like, get you caught up. So now they're going to start avoiding you because you uncovered the plot. The plot thickens. But whatever this is, you're not going back. It's like, I don't know if this is a mentality that you used to have where you were scared to speak up, or a job that you had that you don't want to do again. But whatever this is, you're not going back. What's this detective honeymooning in reverse, brick wall, and spilling the beans? Conversation? Ooh. So somebody lied to you and told you something that was not true. They I don't know what this is. Or you're telling somebody that you found out that they lied to you or betrayed you and that something is not true, that you know. Star card and the 7 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the Hangman. What was that other card with the 2 of Cups? I done forgot. 5 of Pentacles, yeah. So you may be finding out whatever information that someone is bringing to you, whatever it is that you're finding out, could make you feel a little bit disappointed because you've been waiting to hear back from someone, or you've been waiting to get some type of news. And it's like you're finding out that, I don't know. I feel like you're getting bad news, but it's actually allowing you to move on to whatever it is that you're really meant to be doing. And that's what I was feeling earlier. It's like whatever somebody's doing to be spiteful or try to reject you or make you feel like you're not included or you can't come. You're not invited. You weren't meant to be there. Because it kind of feels like someone is trying to make you feel alone or make you feel like you can't make your dreams come true, or that your life is over. Your life is over now that this happened. It's not. They're actually propelling you forward towards whatever it is that you're meant to really be doing. What's tiptoeing? Yeah. 10 of Cups. 10 of Wands. Knight of Cups. This person is burdened by this every day because they know they did you dirty. I don't know what this is, but they know they lied. They know that they lied. They know they did something that was not respectable. They're ashamed of what they said. They think about it every day. And the way that they handled the situation was very unprofessional. I don't know what this is about. It's so many things that are like factors in this reading. But someone is trying to avoid you now because you found out whatever was going on behind the scenes and now they're feeling ashamed. So they're trying to act like you don't exist every day. This could be someone at work. who tried to accuse you of something and it wasn't true, and they got discovered to be false with their accusation. Now they're avoiding you because they feel guilty about what they said or what they did. What's the advice, child? A new journey. See what I'm saying? So whatever this is that you feel like is going on behind the scenes, I feel like I just played out the scenario. Whatever this is that you feel like is going on behind the scenes, you will figure it out. You're not overreacting. Someone is being aggressively antagonistic towards you, or there's some type of animosity, competition going on behind the scenes that you can sense and pick up on. And I feel like whatever this is going to be revealed because, like, this person has no proof, or there's just no substantial evidence of whatever they're trying to accuse you of, or you found that there's no evidence to back up what somebody is trying to say to you. Whatever's going on, you're not overreacting, okay? There's plenty of fish in the sea, and abundance is yours. So you have more than this. This could be a person who wants to make you feel like you don't have any other options, but in reality, they're the one that doesn't have any options. You have plenty of fish in the sea. You have plenty of avenues that you can go down when it comes to your career, your love life, whatever's going on. Your life is not over. You aren't about to roll over and die. You're about to go on a new journey because your options are opening up, and there's so many different ways that you can obtain abundance. 8, 7, 27, which is a 9. So 7, 8, 9. And I just feel like whoever was trying to make you think that you only had one option, or that you didn't have a choice, so you had to stay in a bad situation, or you had to, not find another job, or whatever it is, your knowledge, your intuition, all of the things that make you you, all of the gifts that make you clever and smart and intelligent and good natured are the things that allow for you to have all these different options. You can thrive wherever it is that you go. And I think that's what someone was upset about, and that's what someone wanted to convince you was not possible. Or this is somebody who wanted to convince you that you had to thrive with them, but you can thrive on your own. Either way it goes, whatever someone is doing, if they want to create conflict, or if they want to be in competition with you, it's just going to push you closer and closer towards what it is that you're meant to do. So Pisces, thrive. Please. At the end of the day, whatever you have to do to be thriving, continue to do that. All right. Like and subscribe to catch the vibe, you guys. Leave me a comment. Let me know if it resonated. Donate if you can. The PayPal, Venmo, or Zelle is below. Book your reading if you would like to get a personal. I appreciate you guys. And I hope these messages helped you. Remember, Pisces, this is our circle, booze. Bye.